Hi, I'm Alex Archbold. I've been buying and selling antiques since I was a kid. Over the years, generations of our family have gotten involved in the business, and I'll search just about anywhere I can to find hidden treasures both big and small. I never know what I'll turn up next. It's about exploring new places, seeing new sights, and having fun. And even though sometimes I get over my head, we try and make things a little better along the way. This is Curiosity Inc. There is the famous Bull of Wall Street, where he's over there getting their pictures taken for good luck. Quite the crowd. That's what it looks like when there's not a clear shot of it. Kind of made our way into the Tribeca area, and I wonder, looking at the roof of that building or the side of it, how did they get that graffiti there? They would have had to be dangling off the roof with a rope, or I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you think they got the graffiti down, all down the side of that? Abigail says jetpack, maybe. I don't know. A lot of work either way.
Where did this come from?
Melissa is super happy because on our walk back to the Times Square area from the Battery, we've stumbled through Union Square, which happens to have a farmer's market going on right now. And she's a big fan. You've got flowers and food and honey and cheese, artisan and artisan yogurt. Fresh apples, all kinds of fun stuff. We were walking and didn't even realize we just passed the Flatiron building because it's under all that scaffolding. We were walking right next to it. One of New York's famous landmarks. We're also right by the Empire State Building, which is behind that big tall building over there is another big tall building. So we're gonna keep walking, keep trekking, but so far it's been about an hour of walking, and I think we're seeing an awful lot of stuff. Plus Abigail got some shoes, Stephen got some art supplies, so generally all a pretty good time. Flatiron building is cool, but look, that one's got gold on the top. I'm not actually sure, maybe one of you can leave in the comments which building that is that we're looking at, but how cool is that? The whole top of it is shiny gold. There's so much to see and do here in Manhattan. Cruising by Macys department store, which they say is the world's largest store. I have nothing to compare it to. It looks pretty darn big to me. They have this beautiful spring entrance set up with the flowers over the door, and every window is done up in traditional department store style with some amazing thing. So you got birds flapping around in there and butterflies in the next. And the whole exterior of the building has been painted or wrapped, I assume painted, in this vine sort of pattern. Very pretty. I've noticed something both times I've been to New York, that when it's cold, there's suddenly a stand where there's people selling winter hats and scarves, and when it starts to rain, there's people selling umbrellas on the side of the road. I don't know where they come from. They must just be lurking around the corner with a cart of goods, but there always seems to be just what you need for the season available for sale on the side of the street. It's a pretty wild phenomenon. Very adaptable. Well, and through all the chaos and presidential barricades and everything else, we made it to the Lego store. This was on Abigail's to-do. Jason's also a big Lego fan. And I guess I am too. Moving on up, another line outside. Let's peek through the windows while we're waiting of the New York Lego store. A random dude hanging out there, a big apple. Looks like they have a New York cowboy. I'm excited to go and see what they have. The kids are trying to figure out the umbrella thing. When you have a wet umbrella, you put it in a bag and you're good to go. Look, Steven, a giant taxi cab. You can actually go inside of it too. It's full scale. Well, pretty close to full scale. You see it has a back seat. Has a steering wheel. Pretty cool. Captain America hanging out on top. All right. Do we have everybody? Where's Jason? Oh, there he is. Okay. Since you're kind of Mr. Lego, do you want to lead the way?
Sure.
All right. We are gonna have a look around. I don't know which area Jason's gonna lead us to first. They've got this massive tree right in the middle here, and look all the way up. And there's all kinds of stuff going on up in the top there too. Leaves and branches and colorful rainbows. Really, really neat. I was just gonna say, I'm surprised Melissa didn't point out the squirrel. And that is what she pointed out. There's a little bee inside.
Oh,
What's inside?
it's just like a picture of
Oh, I can't even see through the camera.
yeah, it's
Of course, there are multiple floors here. Working our way up. Up the narrow staircase. And you've got the Ghostbusters Fire Hall. Which is absolutely massive. Oh, I see. There's Star Wars over to the right. The elevator is the Ghostbusters Fire Hall. Everything is just larger than life here. See, always saving the cat from the burning building. This lady's got her cat too. The firemen are saving all the cats today. Some of these new kits are pretty impressive. You got the Mighty Bowser, $269, American funds, of course. And these are not a kit, but they've got the big Mario and Luigi. And they've animated the eyes. She's trying to wave and set off the motion sensor to make it go. They've actually got little animations going on in here. It's pretty cool. That'd be a neat display to have, especially if you're a big Nintendo fan. Does it actually play something? Or the keys move?
I think it's broken.
Uh-oh. Polaroid camera. So retro, they've made a Lego set out of it. And then the space set, that's really neat. Of course, they got a giant Hulk. And look, they've made the bench kind of sink into the ground on that side and lift up on the other because of his massive hulkiness.
Can we let this sit next to him?
Yeah, you could sit next to the Hulk. Sure, why not? I noticed they've got a Statue of Liberty over here, too. You're not going to get up now. We've been walking a lot. Really cool store, really fun store. So we noticed that there's police all over the place here, and that's because we walked past Radio City Music Hall, where there's a current president and two former presidents doing sort of a fundraiser speech today. But apparently they're expecting all kinds of activity and possible protests and things. So we're gonna get out of here and go and do touristy stuff and stay out of this area for a little while. Probably hopefully find somewhere to eat too. But that explains, we couldn't understand why there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of police officers all around. Now we know why. Our last day in New York, and we're actually on our way to the airport via Grand Central Station. And of course today it's beautiful and sunny and bright and warm, as opposed to yesterday, which was none of those things. But we're gonna go catch a train at Grand Central Station, which should be a fun experience, I think. On the walk from Times Square to Grand Central Station, you walk through the Diamond District, where there is a plethora of vintage fine watches in every single window. Any kind of watch you could imagine is down here, and there's people basically stopping you along the way asking if you want to buy stuff, but millions of dollars worth of jewelry and billions of dollars probably just in this one street alone. Down we go, way down underground. So here's a surprise about the subway. Nice comfortable seats, it's clean, there's a space to put your bags up top, and yeah, it actually waits for you. It's not like in the movies where you have to jump on and it just takes off, barely leaving your hat on the other side, Indiana Jones style. It actually sits and waits, and it leaves at a certain time. And ours is gonna be leaving in just a couple minutes.
Remember all your things?
Well, after transferring trains, it was actually a lot easier. If we ever did this again, I would not do the Uber taxi from the airport to the hotel. I would definitely do the train. It was clean and easy. We're at the airport now. But before I sign off, I want to show you some of the coolest things you can see while you're at the JFK airport, at least at Terminal 4 anyway. One of the stores has, of course, M&Ms and candy and chocolates, which is why my kids are in here having a look around. You could do that while you're here. There's an awful lot of shopping you can do while you're here. From Michael Kors to Victoria's Secret, I guess, if you want to get something more comfortable to wear on the plane. Might be awkward. And look, there's my kid. I did want to show you guys something I thought was cool anyway. This place called the Apothecary, or the 5-Borough Food Hall here at the airport. They've got this old Metro van that they've cut up and turned into like a little food truck. And this bar that people are sitting at is actually a stretched out Volkswagen bus. Look at that. It'd be like a limousine bus if it was still around. Kind of a shame they took a split window and chopped it up. Why do they always take, I mean, it's iconic obviously, but isn't that neat? Come and sit at a bar that used to be a Volkswagen. And of course, even the airport has a very well-stocked Lego store with an Empire State Building, all little taxis. And I think I saw, yep, Statue of Liberty right over there. And the pilots are checking out the airplane. That's cool. Wonder if they're seeing how accurate it is. Steven does not even realize the irony of where he's standing. He's standing there with his art and his book that he's been drawing in. And there's a sculpture right next to him of Rembrandt standing with the exact same pose. It's like future Rembrandt. It's pretty darn close. Well, did you guys have fun while we were away?
Yeah, I had fun.
Jason, did you have fun?
Yeah, I had fun.
So I guess the moral of the story here is there's a lot to do in New York City. Almost every square inch has something for everybody. And even the airport, if you're not done being overwhelmed with shopping and experiences, they even get you at the airport on your way out the door. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, our excursion to New York City. Make sure to subscribe and like if you haven't done that already, and we'll see you all soon. Bye for now.